I'll start off with a really simple question.
I love a softball.
Okay. What do you do?
I tell stories. I am being a better version of myself. I'm telling stories and I'm being the baddest bitch in the room. That's what I'm doing. And I own that now. I'm a little older than all of you. I could perhaps be your mother. But it's taken me a long time to sort of appreciate who I am as a person. And now that is coming to fruition, so I hope that even if you're a dude or you're a chick, that you consider yourself the baddest mofo in whatever endeavor you find yourself in. Whether it changes a million times, I now am understanding how can I not be great. So that is what I lead with. Sometimes it doesn't necessarily translate the way I would like it to, but that is my prime directive. If you are a part of, Star Trek, I come in thinking, how can I not be great in this today?
Excellent. That is a great answer.
Thanks.
On that note, in a more nitty-gritty sense, on a day-to-day basis as well, what do you do? How do you come to live what you just expressed, to be the baddest bitch in the room? How do you do that on a day-to-day basis?
I wake up and I listen to NPR. No, I wake up and I do a little meditation, and I actually take that moment to listen. There's a lot of moments in our lives that we don't listen to what's going on around us. And so I strive to now take the time to sort of listen to myself, how am I feeling today, to look at other people, to look at trees, to just live in the moment. And so that's how I sort of start every day now, is just sort of trying to be a better listener. And that informs me as a writer. You have to be an active listener to be a writer. You have to always be listening. Whether it's you're sitting on a bus and you're listening to conversations, whether it's you're listening with your eyes, I like to call it, and you're watching a scene play out before you. You're just always sort of culling the lived experience of people, and that's what I start doing on a daily basis. Sometimes I interact with those people or those things because I see maybe they need help. Maybe I see that I can be of some sort of service, or maybe I need to hold off and just sort of experience it from afar. But those are ways that I sort of gear up on a daily basis now, is through meditative stuff.
So, Professor Brown gave us a wonderful summary of your career trajectory, going from hotel management into MBA, into acquisitions at Oxygen, into the Mentalist, and really finding your voice in the career that we see you in now. Mm-hmm. Where in that trajectory do you think, okay, this is going to sound like a horrible question, just stick with me on it. When did you start listening? When did that moment change when was that moment in that career trajectory? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think the drum beat for me I started accepting the drum beat somewhere in my early 30s. When I was still at Oxygen, and I knew I wanted to do something different. So before that, I had been like a drama nerd and all this other kind of stuff, and had done creative aspects to things in my life up until that point. And I had, quiet as it's kept, said that I was also a writer on the side. So I didn't accept that as who I was until I remember talking to a friend around that point in time. Her name is Aditora McKinday, and she was like, well, girl, if you were a writer, it doesn't matter whether or not you're getting paid for it. If you are a storyteller, if you are doing that thing on a daily basis, then that is who you are. It has nothing to do with how much money you're making or if you're getting paid in that. So then I started understanding, oh, my steps have actually been ordered up to this point in time. I just haven't been listening. I am a storyteller, whether it's through my own mouth, whether it's through my hand, and I started sort of relaying to other people, oh, by the way, I am a writer, not oh, I am a director of acquisitions and co-productions and I write on the side. Or I am a waitress and I write on the side. You are that thing that drives you. And so it was around that point in time that I started to realize that.